It's hereby given that the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, in accordance with the Article 5, Section 12 of the Charter of said city, will convene a workshop and a regular meeting on Tuesday, August the 20th, 2013 at 5:45 p.m. and at 6 p.m. in the Commission chambers on the second floor of the Brownsville City Hall Old Federal Building located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas 78520. Workshop 5:45 p.m., which it already is. Presentation regarding the end of 2012 Program Year Report of Community Development Block Grant, Home Investment Partnership Program, and Emergency Solutions Grant. Stephanie here. You may make a presentation. Thank you very much.
Mayor, Commissioners, I'm here today to present the end of program year report for CDBG Home and ESG programs. When I took over the department, I thought it was really important to be transparent about HUD's investment in the Brownsville community. And as opposed to standing up here and giving you some statistical data regarding expenditures and the number of people served, I thought it would be more of an impact if I just showed you. Brownsville is an entitlement community of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. We received this funding each year for 3 programs: Community Development Block Grant, Home Improvement Partnership Program, and Emergency Solutions Grant. In November of 2012, the city launched the Community Voice campaign, which consisted of a series of workshops. Citizens were asked to complete surveys telling the city what they thought were top priorities to be addressed with these federal dollars. We use this as a basis for what the city feels our community needs. We then have a call for agencies interested in applying for these funds. The Brownsville Citizens Advisory Committee takes it from there.
The way that these projects are selected is through applications. Through our fundings, we are able to
can you hold just a
provide
second?
Opportunities to the communities.
Why don't we get the technical difficulties? Stop it, because this is too important. And we have a lot of young visitors here that might learn a little something, so. If we could start it from the very beginning so that we can fully hear it, I think it'd make more sense.
Brownsville is an entitlement community of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. We receive this funding each year for 3 programs: Community Development Block Grant, Home Improvement Partnership Program, and Emergency Solutions Grant. In November of 2012, the city launched the Community Voice campaign, which consisted of a series of workshops. Citizens were asked to complete surveys telling the city what they thought were top priorities to be addressed with these federal dollars. We use this as a basis for what the city feels our community needs. We then have a call for agencies interested in applying for these funds. The Brownsville Citizens Advisory Committee takes it from there.
The way that these projects are selected is through applications. Through our fundings, we are able to provide opportunities to the communities.
The Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, is a flexible program that provides communities with resources to address a wide range of community development needs. In 2012, the city was allocated $2.9 million. We took that funding and allocated it to projects that address the needs of the community as identified in our consolidated plan and the results of the Community Voice campaign. Based on the results, recreational trails and park improvements ranked number 1.
Fort-Way Acres serves the surrounding community, and for a while they haven't necessarily been wanting to come to this park because there's not really an attraction. And now with the help of CDBG, they'll have a splash pad, they'll have a place to walk, they'll have brand new amenities and an improved park.
Olivetta Park got a facelift this year with the installation of quite a few amenities. Needless to say, Parks and Recreation has been very busy.
The Olivetta Park renovation project mainly focused on the roads For instance, you can see the new curbs, some of the new sidewalks, and of course the paving for the whole entire park, which is approximately 25 acres. The Olivetta Park Skate Park came to light a couple years ago because there was a great need for a skateboard area in West Brownsville and other areas than the sports park. It's going to be installed here at an old basketball court. It'll be raised, kind of a raised platform with obstacles, and there'll also be a long, it's called a snake run.
Something that's really needed in this community and in this town, and it's beneficial to the kids and gives them a place to skate, hang out, grow up.
The special need play area is it's actually a site in Olivetta Park. It's near the skate park. It is part of a complex of a T-ball field that's going to be used as a multi-purpose field for special needs kids, and it'll have a type of surfacing that will be sort of like a miracle field. And the playground structure is attached to the T-ball complex, and this is 100% special needs adaptive.
The library was also a recipient of CDBG funding. Brownsville citizens can expect some really neat projects happening at the Southmost Library.
We're at the Southmost Library outside at the new observatory. The observatory is going to house a telescope inside here. The dome retracts and the whole thing is mechanical, so it'll rotate, allow us to view stellar objects. It's also designed to get kids excited about science. If we can touch one kid and get him excited about being a scientist, then we've done our job.
CDBG is a great funding source to implement revitalization programs that not only improve the area, but create a sense of community.
The Downtown Facade Improvement Grant Program is just a tool for stimulating people to work on their facades in the downtown area. History is all right here, right downtown. So I think this program gets right to the heart of stabilizing the most important part of the city.
Been allocated $60,000 to go ahead and address these homes that are classified as substandard. This money will be used to demolish the structures that are within our community inside the city limits of Brownsville.
The project consists of the renovation and rehabilitation of the Mother of Perpetual Help nursing home. This project will install solar panels on the parking lot area and the solar heater system inside of the building.
These funds can also address urgent needs. For example, the fire department received funding for a new fire truck and rehab of their administration building. The sports park will be home to a new community center that will also serve as an emergency safe room. The health department also received CDBG funding for a vector control program.
2 years ago, FEMA awarded the City of Brownsville $2.4 million in funds for an emergency safe room. For every 25 cents that CDBG puts into the safe room, FEMA puts in 75 cents. This project is great because it serves two purposes. The first one being that it's an indoor gymnasium, and the second being that it serves as an emergency safe room during hurricanes or tornadoes.
This is a really good use of CDBG funds. It's something that people remember every time they see the yellow lights flashing and the smoke coming out of the back of the trucks, and they tend to want to see effect, meaning once the machine goes by, they want to see no mosquitoes afterwards. So this is a really good project where CDBG funding is easy to visualize and for citizens to feel that their funds are being put to use wisely.
CDBG funds really go a long way through our social service agencies. Our funds help them provide the essential services to the community most in need.
In Brownsville, with the CDBG funds, we served over 600 girls. We were able to pay for their memberships and pay for the supplies to be able to do programming with them. It's so important for the CDBG funding to be used in these low-income schools because it gives the girls a sense of empowerment, a sense of belonging. You know, they may not have the chance to belong to a group or an organization that's positive, and so the funding is so important because we're able to give that to these girls.
CDBG has definitely helped us in keeping our doors open, and again, just providing for, families, Brownsville residents, knowing that they have a place to go, especially for terminally ill patients. It's especially with the cuts in Medicaid and Medicare, and a lot of folks don't know what to do. They can't afford to pay for nursing homes or even for private care. Paying for private care can become quite costly. And honestly, a lot of our families we know are low to moderate income families. They can't afford that. And so having a place like Sunshine Haven accessible and affordable because they don't have to pay anything, it definitely helps alleviate a lot of the stressors for families, for individuals. And so we're there for these folks and they know we're there. And so definitely CDBG has definitely helped in allowing that to happen.
United Way received $25,000 in the Brownsville's block grant funding this past year. And we used that to hire staff to work at our full-time free tax assistance site located at the ITech facility. We were able to bring in $1.5 million of earned income credits, which are people's federal benefits, just directly from the city CDBG clients at the ITech site. That's money that goes directly back into our local economy.
Ayuda para las personas necesitadas, pues ya sea nos ahorramos para el doctor, para medicamento, para algún arreglo para la casa, para tantas cosas, tantas necesidades que tenemos.
Thanks to this program, we've had the opportunity to host and to reach out to more than 6,000 students in our community. I want to thank this grant because I think this is a vision to help our community.
It's been a great summer because I've learned a lot of piano. I like how it sounds, the music. People tell me that I'm good at the piano and that inspires me to be like a musician.
My name is Regina Michelle Lerma Rodriguez and I play the violin. I've learned a lot of notes. How do you play it? How do you hold it? I especially love the teacher's attitude because they helped me a lot and showed me how to play.
ESG funding is specifically used to get those individuals that are homeless off the streets and into a safe place, whether that be a shelter or a home. These programs are available to prevent homelessness as well as support those shelters that provide the essential services to get them through their day-to-day.
All that walk-in freezer, which is a 10 by 12 and an 8 by 10 walk-in cooler. We're now able to keep people the donations that people want to donate to us. Like in the past, I had a lot of little freezers everywhere, which didn't amount to anything. So we don't turn those things away anymore.
Without the funding, maybe we would have to close this shelter, because as time goes by, there's less funding and you have to do more with less. So, and the need nowadays is probably more than ever.
Specializing in children's services is a unique need that we have, and having an advocate just specifically available to do that is very important. So CDBG was able to allow us to have that for the children, and CDBG helped us keep our shelter open. So that is a very important need. And on an average year, we serve anywhere upwards of 200 women and children at our shelter.
We have been able to continue the services, and we cannot say no to folks that come asking for help. We're able to be there for them and to try to respond to their needs. So this is how I think we help the city of Brownsville and our community in making sure that people are helped and that we don't have people fearing that they're going to lose their homes because they don't have the funds to pay for their immediate needs that they have.
I had actually been homeless for 3 days then. I did send my children with their father for those 3 days. I wanted to spare them that the knowledge of knowing they were homeless.
The program provides affordable housing opportunities. This program gives families the opportunity to get their first home or make those necessary repairs. Sometimes they just need that little extra help. That's where we come in. The best part is that we build and repair energy efficient, so some of these homeowners have monthly utility bills as low as $25 a month.
Being able to help them achieve that American dream of owning your home. There are a lot of families out there that can't meet those needs yet.
It's a wonderful program, and anybody that goes in this program will appreciate everything It's the best feeling ever at the end of the road when you see they give you your keys to your house.
We do see a lot of families, a lot of elderly who are by themselves and they just simply cannot afford on their budget, their income, to make minor repairs.
Funding helped the city assist thousands of Brownsville residents. We had some great investments thanks to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. So long as the city continues to receive these funds, we will do our best to address community needs and make Brownsville a better place to live. This next year has some really great projects to look forward to.
Okay, Charlie, can we go ahead and have the what?
This is also available on our website in case anyone wants to take a look at it again.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you guys could go with the audio people and make sure that, because I tell you what, I would like for you to not only submit that to your website, but I would like for you to go to some of the organizations in the city, like the Kiwanis or the Lions Club, and really advertise what this program really does, because it's very impactful in people's lives, and so I think that it's worthy of trying to disseminate to the public so they can get a real good idea of what a great job you guys are doing. Okay. Okay, the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll all stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Brad?
Let's remain standing for the prayer. Father God, we thank you first of all for your love, your grace, and your mercy. Lord, we thank you for the many opportunities that we have here in Brownsville. And Father God, we thank you for the mayor and the commissioners and each of the staff members of this city. We ask you to bless them for the amount of time that they spend serving the citizens of the city. Bless their families, Lord God. And for tonight, Lord God, I ask you to give them clear direction, clear revelation. Help them to see the best for Brownsville today. Make the decisions that are best for the city of Brownsville. Lord, we ask all of these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Okay. I see for the mayor's report is, I'll make an observation. We have a lot of young visitors to our city commission, and I want to congratulate you first of all, and thank you for being here. The mayor's report will be coupled with Commissioner Tetro's report, and we will allow her to do and read a proclamation that I know she's very proud to do so. Okay. Get the coaches as well. Do we have all the coaches up here?
Okay, so this is really, really cool for me to do this proclamation with the commission. I first heard about it one night. I was on the internet and somebody posted, hey, these little Cubs from Brownsville are in the World Series. And I thought, well, I've heard of that before, but wow, we're actually going to get there. So it was all over. Everybody in Brownsville was rooting for you all, whether you knew it, because I knew that you all were very, very, focused and concentrated on what you were doing, right? But everybody in town, I want to tell you, was rooting for you all. And, we were watching and just waiting for all of the updates from the parents. And so when we heard that you all brought it home, we were super, super proud of you. And I told your moms, I'll see you all at City Hall when you get back, so here you are. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this honor on behalf of the City Commission for all of you, because we're just so proud of how you all have represented, the city of Brownsville to everybody across the nation. Okay. A proclamation of the City Commission of Brownsville, Texas, recognizing the South Texas Cubs team on its successful season. Whereas the South Texas Cubs team represent the Brownsville Wild Pitch Baseball League from the Brownsville Sports Park, with a team composed of 13 players who are all students from various elementary schools in the Brownsville Independent School District. And whereas the team finished their 2013 pony season with a perfect 32-0 record, thus bringing 2 titles to the city of Brownsville. Whereas the members are Steve Moyar II, are you here? Jeremy Aleman, Alvin Trevino, Emilio Herrera, Alvaro Parra Jr., Lindolfo Aguirre, Alejandro Moreno, Hector Arellano Jr., Cristo Ibarra, Isaiah Cuellar, Mario Rodriguez, Jorge Armando San Miguel Jr., Osiel Lopez. Awesome. Whereas the team earned first place. Whereas the team earned first place champion status in the following tournaments: June 4th through 9th at the Pony All-Star Tournament Invitational Tournament, June 11th through 15th at the Pony All-Star Second Invitational Tournament, June 18th through 21st at the Pony All-Star Sectional Tournament, with the top 3 teams advancing to the regionals July 5th through 7th at the Pony All-Star Super Regional Tournament, with the top 5 teams in South Texas advancing to the World Series, and on July 24th through the 27th at the Pony South Zone World Series in Schertz, Texas. I hope I said that right. It's Schertz, right? Okay. Now, therefore, we, the members of the City Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested of the charter of said city and behalf of all of our citizens, do hereby recognize and congratulate the South Texas Cubs on their perfect 32-0 record and championship performance, and further congratulate the coaches and the parents who have spent time and effort caring and encouraging our city's young people in a worthwhile activity. Done on this 20th day of August, signed Mayor Antonio Martinez and the City Commission.
If I could, I just would like to thank not only all of you young men for representing the city of Brownsville in such an admirable way. Coaches, you guys are what make these kids go. And so we thank you from the bottom of our hearts on behalf of all of us up here. And most especially, a great amount of thanks to the parents, because it takes a lot of sacrifice and dedication to get these kids to practice. I happen to have 4 of my own. They happen to be just a little bit taller, but a lot older, okay? But thank you all so much for what you do, because what happens is these young men will never forget what happened here today. And so I would like to invite one of the coaches to address us, if you'd like, on behalf of your team. And then I'd like to shake the hands of each one of these young men, if we could, okay? Go ahead and somebody would say something. Wait, whoa.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for having us here. We're extremely proud of these boys. The fact that they're all residents of the city of Brownsville. I have 2 banners in this box here. One is for our state championship, and the other one's for that we earned for our World Series championship. And I'd like to give these 2 banners to the city of Brownsville.
Well, I appreciate it, and we'll display them appropriately. And thank you so very much. Could we have the people out here take a look at them so that we could?
Sure.
Can they sign them for us?
Sounds good.
There we go. Do we have?
Sorry?
Do we have someone? Maybe someone, I'd like to get a picture, maybe that you can forward on to us, okay? That would be terrific.
Yes, we have, we'd like to forward a picture, or we can actually get a team picture, and maybe if y'all have a good spot for it, for the banners, if we can post it up for.
We'll let you know where we're going to show them, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. How about, let me have a handshake here. For all of you.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Commissioners, anybody else got any more reports? Okay, that's it. Now we go to Mr. Ayala.
Brownsville Convention and Visitors Bureau report.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Commissioners, Charlie Cavler, our City Manager. My name is Mariano Ayala, President and CEO of the Brownsville Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're here to present the third quarter since we were on vacation. We kind of delayed it, so that's why it's only the third quarter. But our board members are, you got it, go ahead. Our board of directors consists of Mr. Danny Love, Chairman, Joe Kenny, Vice Chair, Julio Graña from the Holiday Inn Express, Treasurer, Mr. Jonathan Gracia, an attorney, Secretary, Rick Armendariz, Frank Becerra from the Marriott, Dr. Anthony Knopp, Mr. William Garza from La Quinta, Mr. Daniel Tejerina, and Commissioner John Verrial. Some of our highlights for this past quarter, I didn't want to put that first. Somebody tricked me, but I'm happy to say that I attended the Texas Association of Convention and Visitors Bureau annual conference last month, 3 weeks ago. I received 2 more certifications, one in group sales and one in tourism sales. I am lacking 1 certification to be a Texas destination marketer by the State Association. Also at this conference, I was lucky enough to be named to the Texas Association of Convention Visitors Bureau State Board. So I'm now a state board member representing Brownsville.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. The Brownsville Tourist Ambassador Program, which won an award for the best local awareness program. We made 5 presentations to about 200 people, to the South Pirate Island Rotary Club, the Downtown Rotary Club at VICC. We had a Hannah Social Studies Club class, about 70 students. We had a videotape made by Channel 12 on our Brownsville Tourist Ambassador Program. But the one that I'm very excited about is the Texas Tropical Trail. This is a group that go throughout the state of Texas, and there's normally about 20 to 25 people that tour. They go to different cities in the state, and then they go back and they write about it. They represent about 40,000 people. And I'm happy to say when they came to Brownsville, it started with 15 people. It wound up with 41 came to Brownsville. We took them to Market Square. We took them to Sable Palm, the Rab House. I want to thank Larry Love, Priscilla Rodriguez, especially our city manager, Charlie Kabler, welcomed the group personally, which had a great impact. We also gave a tour to the Texas Travel Centers, and our community involvement involves with the Women's Connection, the Border Bash, and the United Way. One of the things my board of directors have asked me to do is to be community involved. My wife talked to me a few months ago and said that she wanted to co-chair or wanted me to co-chair the campaign for United Way this year. So Patty and I are the United Way campaign co-chairs for this year. So I think that's pretty involved for the community. Go ahead. The other thing, I want to thank Public Works, Mr. Santana Torres, his crew, Gina, the landscaping. If you notice, look at the landscape at the bureau now. We have red mulch. It's always trim. Matter of fact, now we have a brand new red roof tile. And all this was done prior to those 41 people coming to Brownsville. I have gotten many, many calls congratulating us for upkeeping the building, bringing it up to terms. I want to thank Mr. John Berrial, who was directly involved, Charlie Kabler, and of course Santana Torres and Gina. I want to give them a hand because they're really making Brownsville look good. Thank you. Go ahead. I'd like to introduce Mr. Miguel Collis, our communications director, who will speak about the analytics.
Hello, Commissioners. Our website continues to perform very well. We keep it constantly up to date. What we do is continue to put our events on there. You can see our page views have continued to increase. We're up again. We also have our state. We've got 31% of the visits came in from Brownsville for the city, and then other cities were Houston, San Antonio, and McAllen as the top cities that visit our website. We also had the state, obviously Texas is the main state that we get the most hits from, but we also got views from California, New York, and Florida as well this quarter. On the advertising, we've got an overall total of 9,970 leads. These are leads that we gather from different advertising publications that we do work with Texas Monthly, Texas Highway, and other publications as well. On our hotel performance tax report, we also were up 7.8%. So we're doing very well this year on that. And as you can see also on our hotel performance report, we continue to go up. We've got a estimated revenue we're up 16.8%. We're up 3.19%. We're up 2.9% and 3.55%. So we're continuing to do very well.
Thank you. The figures have gone up, but we're going to go into the slow time of the year, which is very normal. So we're trying to figure out a new attraction. But even though it happened in the fourth quarter, I'm just so excited about Ciclovia. A couple of weekends ago.
Ciclovia, is that John?
He was there. Debbie was there riding. You were there riding. But Commissioner Gowan, you started a fantastic event. There was over 10,000 people here downtown. And I'm going to tell you, I had a visitor from Corpus Christi here, and she goes, "This is not the Brownsville I know." She saw so many family out there and riding, walking. So all I know, ladies and gentlemen, with a little the Cubs winning a World Series out there promoting Brownsville, all I know is that with Ciclovia happening, the tournaments we're bringing to the sports park, all I know is that Brownsville is going straight forward. Keep up the positive work, and I guarantee you we'll be the #1 destination in the Valley. Thank you. Any questions?
I have one question, and thank you, Bing.
Very good, very good. Thank you for all your work, guys, both of you.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, hey, wait a minute.
I do have a question, and thank you for that. With respect to some of the magazines that you put up,
Yes, ma'am.
the Texas Highways and some
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
others that you advertise in, I also read those magazines and read different human interest stories about different cities and such. It would be nice to see articles in there about us, Ciclovia, and so
Yes,
on
ma'am.
and so forth, in addition to just the advertisement. So I don't know what you have to do to engage them to be interested in writing an article. I know a couple of years ago, we simply called the Texas Municipal League
Yes,
Journal, and they were hungry for information. So maybe you can look at that too.
Yeah, and take a look at the Texas Traveled as well.
Yes,
the,
sir.
The,
Yes.
the magazine that we just got. And you might figure out when they're going to redo their articles, and hopefully we can bring you some. Send us out an email.
Okay.
The Economic Development Group as well, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
as to the progress of some of the companies that are looking at us.
Okay.
Okay?
I will definitely work on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You never clap for anyone. This is just unheard of. You never clap.
Okay, Stella. Next.
Item 4, consent agenda items A through J.
Your motion?
I had a comment, sorry, on 4C. Just District 3 still reflects Melissa Zamora, just for accuracy purposes to,
Sorry.
for the agenda of August 6th, District 3 still reflects Melissa Zamora.
we'll make that
So I just
correction.
wanted to make that correction, for accuracy.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's right. That'll be corrected. Anything else? Is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve with the corrections.
Okay, with the corrections, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 5.
Item number 5, consideration and action to appoint a board member on the Brownsville Beautification Committee.
Mayor, Commissioners, we have one vacancy for the Beautification Committee. We only have one application. David Belperch is the only person that's interested in
Do I
applying.
hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 6, public hearing and action on ordinance number 235-2013-033-S to allow a duplex specific use in a dwelling A classification for Lot 45 of Block 49 of East Brownsville addition located at 3605 East 26th Street.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Where's my map?
Could you get closer to the mic?
Sure. This item is to allow a duplex on a dwelling A. This was before the Planning and Zoning Commission, and the Planning and Zoning Commission all recommended the approval of this specific use.
Is there other duplexes around in that area?
Yes, ma'am, there's a couple, more than a couple on the same street, and also a small community store, or neighborhood store.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Any comments from the public besides the questions that were asked? If not, I'll...
There's one.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
We can't hear back here.
Okay. Can you hear my microphone? Yeah, good. Well, you can't hear his, is that right? Okay, Noe, why don't you go ahead and...
Start again.
Okay, we have the map projected on the screen. This area shaded in red is the area for the rezoning or the specific use, as you said. And you see this little squares, yellow. There's a duplexes or apartments on each one, and there's a store right here, a neighborhood store.
Okay.
Again, the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of this specific use.
Okay, it's public hearing. Does anybody else have any comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close. Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6 carries. Number 7.
Item number 7, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2013-034 to rezone from professional office to dwelling G classification for Lot 5, Block 40 of Brownsville Original Town Site located at 504 East Levy Street.
Mayor, we're going to table at the request of the applicant for now.
Okay, item number 7 will be tabled.
Do we have to make a motion?
Item number 8,
What's that? I mean, is there a motion to table?
Second.
Okay, all those those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 8.
Item number 8, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2013-035-S to allow a general retail use classification in a dwelling A classification for 102.2 acres out of Block K of Brownsville Country Club located at 1800 West San Marcelo.
Again, we have another map projected on the screen. As you can see, this little square is the proposed specific use. This was also before the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of this cell tower. Again, the community or the neighbors were not opposed to it, and everything went fine. The applicant is here. If you'd like to ask some questions.
Well, is public comment, anything from the commissioners, anything from the public? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close.
Move to close. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve? Anyone move?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
9, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2013-036-S to allow a professional office use in a dwelling A classification for .275 acres out of lots 1 and 2 of Block 29 of West Brownsville Addition, located at 1205 West Elizabeth Street.
Again, we have another map projected on the screen. This area shaded in red is the area requesting the specific use. The area shaded in red. This is on Elizabeth and West Street. This is for a professional office for an engineer. Again, this was before the Planning and Zoning Commission, and they all recommended approval.
And right now it's zoned for dwelling only?
No, right now it's professional office. I'm sorry, apartment.
Apartment, so they want to build a professional office for an
They want to convert the house into an engineering professional office.
On the notes, it says that they are recommended to add 2 lights. Do you know why that was put in there?
The couple of neighbors on the rear, they're concerned of the traffic at night. It's kind of dark on the alley, and they request a couple of lights to light the alley area or the parking spaces. And the applicants and the owner didn't have any problem. They went along with the condition, which is okay with them.
It's this public hearing. Any public comment on this item?
Move to close.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 10, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2013-037 to rezone from dwelling A classification to professional office classification for .38 acres of Lot 4, Block 3 of Portobello subdivision located near Hudson Boulevard and FM 802.
Again, we have another map projected on the screen. This area, which is located in Hudson and North FM 802, this area is for a professional office. This is a master plan of this pink area, of the whole pink area. And part of the master plan is to convert this into an office. So this was before the Planning and Zoning Commission all recommended approval.
What's around there?
Well, here's Rack Daddy's, and right here is a future Walmart area. So most of the area is already general retail offices.
Okay, any comments from the public or the commissioners? If not, I'll...
Move to close.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Item 11, public hearing and action on first reading of ordinance number 235-2013-038-S to allow apartment use in a dwelling A classification for 3 acres out of Block 22, Chicago Gardens subdivision, located near Mackenzie Drive and Iowa Avenue.
Again, we have another specific use for apartments. This is on Mackenzie and Iowa. Again, this was before the Planning and Zoning Commission. The reason this is a specific use because we wanted to control the traffic flow on Mackenzie, and that's the reason we don't go with the rezoning. But again, the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of the specific use.
Don't we already have a congestion issue with that, one of those streets?
Yes, but instead of allowing them to have 4 or 5 axes, they only have 2 axes on Mackenzie.
I'm sorry, what are they building there?
Apartments.
Apartments, yeah. This is rezoned apartments, and there's some more apartments on the area. We just wanted to control some traffic on Mackenzie Road.
Mackenzie is a two-way street,
Yes, ma'am.
and how many apartments are we proposing?
40, 38, 40.
I don't know about that one.
Did the designs include any green spaces for the?
Yes, ma'am, on the middle. Can you put the site plan? No, the site plan. That one, yes, ma'am. See, this area is for the playground area. And also this last proposed 4 units, it was not, the condition is not to build them and also to be a play area.
So why wasn't the plan upgraded to reflect that it was going to be a green area?
This is before the conditions, but it's on the conditions and it's on record that it's going to be. If we'll ask for another, this will be a continue for our next. But if you like to, this can be continued to reflect.
I would like to see the new design, and if we can get it, the design that's brought before the commission, because I think we had one of these issues before, where we were given a plan, but that was not actually what was.
Okay, ma'am, we can continue, or you can continue the item and bring it back on the next available meeting.
And include the dimensions.
You can vote on it today, and then on the second reading, we'll have the updated plans.
And include the dimensions of the green space?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Include the dimensions of the green space?
Yes, but it's kind of small, but this area is 26 or 28 by 60, which is.
It's kind of small for 40 units.
That's a lot of people.
That's why this was also another space, which is about 40 by 80. But we can bring back the site plan.
I mean, we're having meetings every week, so if I would entertain a motion to table if that's the pleasure of the commission.
Motion to table?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
For the next meeting?
Yeah, table it for today. We're
Or
coming.
you could approve it conditioned upon them bringing us for the second reading, the one that,
Well, I think I have.
because you have to.
Robert's Rules of Order that I got a copy of from somebody that was very nice. I think I have a motion and a second, and I have to vote on it, and I think I had 4 votes, if I'm correct. So we'll table it for now, and then we'll, and I tell you what, I would invite the commissioners if they have any issues with traffic or the amount of apartments that are on there, I would suggest you talk with Mr. Puga between now and next Tuesday, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
It's tabled. Do we have any public comment?
No, sir, we do not.
Okay, no public comment. You can talk to the planning commission. I mean, that's the only way that we can do this orderly. But Mr. Puga is right there, okay? No. You'll have to do it outside. This is a meeting, and so yeah, he's the planning department, and, okay, thank you so much for your interest. Okay. We got a clapping group tonight. That's great. How about action item number 13?
Item 13, consideration and action to authorize the city manager to accept and execute a grant awarded by the Texas Department of Transportation under the Intercity Bus Program for the Metro Connect project in the amount of $1,392,438.
Good evening, Mayor and City Commissioners. The Texas Transportation Commission awarded the City of Brownsville a grant under the Intercity Bus Program for $1.3 million. The funding will be used by the City of Brownsville in partnership with the cities of McAllen and South Padre Island to implement a 3-legged intercity bus route. The project is the Metro Connect service that will provide nonstop intercity service from UTPA to McAllen, from Brownsville to McAllen,
and from Brownsville to South Padre Island. Connecting the regional hubs is in our area, and a commitment to seamless public transportation were the primary driving forces for this project. The local match for this project will be provided by all 3 partnering cities, as well as the transportation development credits awarded by the Texas Transportation Commission. Staff recommends authorization to allow the city manager to authorize and accept and authorize.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And for the public to know, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we will have a,
The unveil ribbon cutting.
we will unveil the Metro bus. That will, the ceremony will start at 10 o'clock. We'll have a small ceremony, and then the bus will go from here to Edinburgh or McAllen? McAllen. Okay, everybody's invited. Okay.
Thank you.
We got it. We got it going now, guys. Number 14.
Item 14, consideration and action on resolution number 2013-046 to authorize a unit of local government loan to Texas Cameron Apartments LP or their designate, compliant with the requirements of the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm filling in for Ramiro tonight, but I just want to give you guys a general, we're here to get your request and approval for Mallorca Villas loan commitment in the amount of $750,000. This is a housing tax credit project from the state, which would be for Texas Cameron Apartments LP. I'm referring to the 14-acre tract of land in the Brownsville Country Club off of Jose Marti. 9 of those acres will be used for the construction of 120 units, 60% of which will be market rate, 30% will be for low-income individuals. So this is a mixed income development, which is great. It's a gated community. It'll have a community park inside of it. The developer has worked with the Building Inspections Department and the Traffic Department to also discuss any potential issues or concerns that they would have had, for example, alleviating traffic congestion. What they ended up doing is they're going to extend Jose Marti to become a turning lane into the development. They need these points to submit the application and receive the loan commitment resolution by the city by September 1st. So just a general overview of the loan commitment I'm referring to, and I have Mark Sassi here who can answer any questions in regards to liability. But it's a $750,000 loan advance from a private bank, which the city will turn around and lend to the developer. Okay. Along with that would be a $75,000 administration fee that would go straight into the general fund, in addition to potential interest that may accrue.
Who's the developer?
Texas Cameron Apartments LP.
I'll entertain a motion. Anybody?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 15.
Okay. Item number 15.
Item number 15, consideration and action to award a term contract for security services for the City of Brownsville facilities.
Honorable Mayor, Commissioners, this particular item is a contract for security services for buildings within the City of Brownsville. The Purchasing and Contract Services Office solicited formal sealed bids for this project. The intent of the City of Brownsville is to establish a term contract for security services for city buildings. The term contract derived from the solicitation is going to be for a total of 5 different security companies, and I'll explain the details here. This contract will be an award to a level 1, a primary vendor, a level 2 for a secondary, and then a level 3 for a tertiary vendor. The levels will be determined on a net unit cost basis, with the lowest unit cost awarded level 1 status, the next lowest unit cost level 2 status, and so on with level 3. Should the level 1 primary vendor be unable to provide security services when directed by a city department, the next level will be enlisted to provide security services as per the tabulation sheet that you have in front of you. The project milestones were accomplished as follows. The legal ad appeared twice in the Brownsville Herald, both on June the 23rd of this year and June the 30th of this year. This was also posted to the city website and to the Texas Bid System website. A total of 49 different companies received an invitation to participate. 26 companies downloaded the bid package on the Texas Bid System website. 2 pre-bid meetings were conducted both on Tuesday, July the 2nd and on Tuesday, July the 9th. A total of 6 vendors were represented at those pre-bid meetings. There were 2 addendums that were released during the process to detail pre-bid meeting notes, and the bid date was extended and through a request for response to clarifications from the city. Sealed formal bids were opened for the subject project on Friday, July the 19th, 2013 at 3 p.m. A total of 9 companies submitted bids, and those were received and tabulated by the Purchasing and Contract Services Office. 2 of those 9 bids were declared non-responsive because of a lack of information provided. The bid sheet that you have in front of you in your packet is an analysis of those bids received for the City Commission for your consideration and action. So staff's recommendation is the following. Consideration and action to award a term contract for security services for the City of Brownsville buildings to 5 different companies. Coastal Security of South Padre Island, Texas, Vets Securing America of San Antonio, Texas, American Investigations of Brownsville, Texas, American Surveillance of Brownsville, Texas, and Border Protective Security of Indian Lake, Texas. And again, just a reminder that the contract would be awarded to the level 1, to the lowest bidder, and if for some reason the lowest bidder was unable to provide the services requested, the city would be able to go to the 2nd tier and then to the 3rd tier if necessary. This contract will commence on October the 1st, 2013. This is a 1-year contract which would expire on September 30th of 2014, and then the city would have the option to extend this contract for 2 12-month periods, potentially for a total of 3 years. But this is a 1-year contract with 2 potential 1-year extensions. And funding for these services would be derived under the individual department's operating funds.
Commissioner Vasquez and I had requested information from city staff that we have not received yet.
Second.
Now, is it a
Motion to
motion to
table.
table? Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Your name?
Item number 16.
Item number 16, consideration and action to request authorization to renew a term contract for traffic paint for the Brownsville Traffic Department.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. I'm here tonight to renew the contract extend for another year on the contract from Sherwin-Williams and also from Ennis Texas Paints. The Sherwin-Williams has the contract for the white and the yellow, and Ennis Texas has for the red paint. Recommend approval.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Commissioner.
And it might not relate to this one, but how does this contract work? Because this is an extension, correct?
That is correct.
With regards to the living wage requirement, that the companies that we award contracts to, are they required to pay a living wage? And does that apply to the extension as well?
I'm not sure on that, Commissioner. I would have to get back to you on that.
This is a product.
This is a
We're buying paint.
We're buying paint.
It doesn't have a lot of employees.
That's why I'm saying that I don't know if it applies to all contracts or just the ones that require services.
This contract is only for paint, traffic paint, and it's only for striping. It's all it's for. We're just order the paint, and they on the contract, and they just deliver it to us.
Okay, so it doesn't.
Anyway, do I hear a motion?
Motion
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Can we?